Hello, everybody, and welcome back to FX Street. In this session of analysis, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking a look at Bitcoin and the three possible outcomes and try to justify which one is more plausible, compare and contrast between the three outcomes. So before we actually get into the details of it and the different outlooks and the theories and the supporting thesis for that, please make sure to head on over to our YouTube channel and hit the subscribe button. And if you want to stay updated with the hottest trends in the cryptocurrency market and the videos that we update on our channel, please make sure to click the bell icon. You can also follow us on Twitter at FXSCrypto. And if you love my work and the stuff that I do, you can follow me on Twitter at Mangeko with a 0 at the end. Right, so let's get into it, right? Let's start with the most bullish and the most optimistic outlook, right? That way you don't flame, you don't, so we're currently on a 3-day time frame and we are on the BTC USD pair on Bitstamp, right? If you just scroll down back here, you can see I've drawn a trend line here which extends all the way from the support level here. It was resistance up here, support here, and now it's going to be support again. Right, this is a really good trend line that I am happy about. Right, so there is a good chance this could go a little lower before it actually going to go higher. Right, so again, this alone is not sufficient for me predicting that the price is going to go all the way high, right? But if you look at this, there is, just draw a trend line from here to this line and then drag this all the way down here, right? You can, So the whole bull run from 2021 kind of fits inside this ascending parallel channel. And if you look at these two particular tags here, back in here, somewhere in, this was in August 2021, where the price tried to go above it, above the middle line of the parallel channel. It failed. There was a fake out and then a drop, and then finally move higher, right? Again, when the price actually came below this, it tried to move above it. There was an attempt at recovery, right? But it failed twice, and then it is eventually heading lower, right? So that said, we could see something like this play out. Right, and it honestly, it makes sense. So theoretically speaking, for an ascending parallel channel to be valid, from a textbook point of view, there needs to be 3 taps on one side and 2 taps on one side. So basically, it's a 3+2 combination. And so far, we only had 2 combinations here. Actually, there's only 2 + 1. The third one is still unconfirmed, right? So yeah, this is the first and the most optimistic outlook. So based on this particular prediction, the price could form a local top at roughly $75,000. So yeah, that is pretty much it. And the reason why I'm expecting the price to go higher is basically hoping this trend line holds, right? And the invalidation thesis for this, I'm going to explain it in another chart here, but let's take a look at the most bearish outlook here, right? Which is what's happening right now over here. Right, the parallel channel over here is pretty amazing. The way the prices stack these levels perfectly fine. So this is what is known as a bear flag, and a bear flag is a type of continuation pattern. So there are multiple continuation patterns, which is a bull flag, bear flag, bull pennant, bear pennant. So this one falls in the bearish category. Usually, what happens is the price rallies, it pauses, consolidates, and then it continues going lower. So a bull flag, it's called a bull flag because it looks like a flag, whereas this is a flagpole and this is a flag, right? A bull flag usually looks something like this, and then it goes higher. Right, this is the flagpole and this is the flag, and this is how it goes higher, right? A pennant is exactly similar, where instead of moving into a flag, it consolidates in the pennant and then finally breaks lower. Bull pennant looks exactly like this, but the opposite. right? So this is the bear pattern, this is the bull pattern, right? All of these four patterns are continuation patterns, and the theoretical target for this is obtained by measuring the peak of the basically the height of the flagpole and adding it to the breakout point. And if you do that from wick to wick, you are looking at a 52% drop in price. So assuming we kind of get a breakdown somewhere where it is right now, 52% drop would push Bitcoin all the way down to $18,000, right? And just by using these trend lines here and adding this flagpole's height to the topmost retest of the parallel channel's upper trend line, you get a forecast of $14,000. So this particular outlook indicates that the price could head all the way down to $14,000 or $18,000. 80,000 seems more plausible mainly because of where the price kind of formed a local top in 2017. The 2017 bull run formed a top around $19,000 to $20,000, right? So in a way, that level, $18,000 level, makes a lot more sense from this bearish perspective, right? The last outlook is the one that I've been explaining in all of my Bitcoin videos, where right. So this outlook basically contains this ascending parallel channel, and you have the 3-day moving average, the 3-day 200 3-day moving average. Yeah. So the last time the price tagged this level, it respected it. There was a lot of buying that took place around this level here, and each time the price rallied roughly 40% after retesting the lower trend line of the parallel channel. Right. For example, on 22nd Jan. It retested the lower trend line, and the next 18 days, the price was roughly 40%. And the second tag here and the latest tag, a 40% upswing as well. But this time around, what happened is the price slowly and steadily dismantled this 200 3-day moving average as a support level, and then flipped it into a resistance level. So now what's going to happen is the price needs to break above the 200-day moving average, and then make one at the daily supply zone here at 42.1. Okay, but as you can see here, after it was formed somewhere between 7th April, somewhere around 7th April, the first retest of the supply zone was met with an extreme spike in selling pressure, right, which led to a drop in price by roughly 5%. Right, so this time around, the price needs to move up to the supply zone, and then once we get a daily, probably 3-day candlestick close above the daily supply zone's upper limit, roughly 44K, then you can expect the price to kind of consolidate between the middle line of the parallel channel and the supply zone here. Probably make a retest of the daily open, right? But the only way price could trigger an uptrend is if it produces a weekly candlestick close above 52K. But once we get that, I'm going to wait for the price to dip, or I could just dollar cost average on all of the dips. We could probably head down to the open, regardless of where it bottoms. I want it to be a higher low relative to the low formed here, in which case the price could, this is a signal for you to go long, where price could head to 60K, retest the previous all-time high, the current all-time high 69K, probably going to go to 70K, 80K, 100K. Right, so this is the third outlook that I'm looking at for Bitcoin. So this is the bullish thesis, but the bearish thesis includes, assuming we get a breakdown of this parallel channel, right, and we ignore this flagpole pattern here, the price still has room to head down up to 35K, or roughly 34,752 level here. So once we get a daily close above below this level here, I think it will invalidate, or I know it will invalidate the bullish thesis, in which case the price is going to head down to this liquidity pool here formed between May and July of 2021. I think collecting liquidity down here is the most important signal for me to go long. Personally, I would go all in around 29.1K because that's where I believe the reversal is going to be. So that is pretty much it, guys. Basically, I explained 4 scenarios, 2 bullish and 2 bearish outlooks. The first bullish outlook kind of predicts Bitcoin could head up to 75K. The bearish outlook predicts Bitcoin could head down to 18K to 14K. And the medium bullish and the medium bearish outlook kind of predicts anywhere from 29K to 60K for Bitcoin. So that's it, guys. If you enjoyed this session, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.